Hey everyone, I'm back.
Let's sing a song full of hope, full of pain. Why don't you sing along, my friend? For it's our last refrain. Forever young, ever strong, ever brave. Memories like this never end. No, they don't fade away. So when I'm gone, oh, when I'm gone, I'll be right there, close to the sun.
Feels good to be sat back in this spot, having a good old chat. I'm ready to take on 2022. I hope you are too. Just a little thing before we start the video. No pressure to set yourself resolutions, goals, anything like that. I just do this because it makes me feel good. I like being productive. It is good for my mental health. It keeps me driven and motivated. So that's what I'm going to do. No pressure for you to do the same if that's not what helps you, and it might put a lot of stress and pressure on yourself. I feel like one of my resolutions should be to stop putting shitty disclaimers and having to justify myself every second on here. I just watched my video from last year to see what I said I wanted to achieve this year. So in 2021 I said I wanted to visit 3 new places. Little video interlude. I recorded a voice note to myself at the beginning of 2021 that I was supposed to listen to at the end of 2021, and I haven't done that yet, so I feel like I'd include it in this video. It's like the perfect timing. Listen to this in December 2021. Hi future self. Feel a little bit cringe doing this. I've never done anything like this before, but I thought it'd be quite a cool idea to speak things into existence. Hopefully when I'm listening to this back, I will have achieved some of the things I'm about to talk about. When I'm recording this, it is 12:14 on the 4th of January 2021, and hopefully I'll be listening to this at the end of the year to see if I've done anything I wanted to. At the beginning of this year, I decided to set myself goals. At the minute, the pandemic is a little bit crazy. The numbers have skyrocketed again, so the world's, well, not the whole world, the UK is still in a little bit of turmoil, so we're all stuck inside. We're in tier 4. A lot of the places in the country are in tier 4, so we're all inside, spending a lot of time online. It's honestly so weird, like just hearing myself talk to myself. Like I said, it's cringe and I've never done it before. It is weird listening back to. I definitely recommend doing this, by the way, and I haven't even listened to it properly yet, but let's listen to the rest. We're all inside, spending a lot of time online again and working from home, so that's the current situation. I'm hoping that by the time you're listening to this, you've managed to travel to 3 new places and we're allowed to travel again, even if it's just to different cities for staycations in the UK like last year. I hope I get to just see 3 new places that I've never been to before. A change of scenery for me is just so good for my mental health, so I really hope you manage to see 3 new places this year. I went to Mykonos in Greece with Aiden end of September, and I also went to Frankfurt in Germany with Aiden. I went to Paris again, but I'd been to Paris before. I think I only managed to hit 2 like new places last year, but I think that was a little bit due to like restrictions, not sure whether travel was okay. And I've discovered so many new places within London and stuff, so I don't really know if that counts. But that's not too bad going. I also hope that you've been able to stick to your monthly donations. I really wanted to donate to food banks, women refuge, charity shops, and just do my bit every single month when I can, so I hope that you've stuck to that. And I feel like I managed to successfully do this. I didn't really like strictly count every month, but I have managed to do quite a bit, especially towards the beginning part of the year. I was more on it and making sure I was doing it every month, but I definitely did stuff towards the end of the year, but I just didn't track it. I want to continue doing that, and that I'm happy that that was one of my goals from last year, and that I did probably do most months, if not all. One of my other goals was to move to London with my best friend. I hope you're living your best life in London. At the minute, me and Carrie are currently waiting to hear back from 2 offers today, so I'm hoping that we get a response and that we can move in as soon as possible. So I hope you're living your best life in London, and that you and Carrie have had the best year ever living together. I hope you've had amazing days, waking up on your balcony, having a coffee, a great start to the day, motivating each other, having the best time together as best friends, just doing everything together and like working together. I feel like it's going to be so amazing. I hope that consistency has developed so much more this year, and that you've brought out so many new products and things in the making, and maybe even new ideas that I don't even know yet. I really hope consistency is flourishing. I also hope that we are full of creative ideas and we've managed to smash all of our like social media career goals. I know we can do it, so I really hope that we've gone above and beyond and worked really hard to get to where we are at the end of this year. I can't believe me and Cara have been living together for almost a year. It's gone way too quickly. More on that in my next video. I hope that you've managed to save some money because you're planning to move to London or outskirts of London with Aiden as soon as the tenancy is up with Carrie, so I hope that you manage to save some money for a little house deposit. That would be fucking so sick. I have only managed to save money in the last year since leaving uni, so it'd just be amazing to know I've got some money behind me and it wouldn't be too long before we're putting down a deposit on a house. One of my other goals was to save for a house deposit. That was a bit too extravagant, I think. When I watched that video, I did say in it, if I ended up moving to London with Carrie, that probably wouldn't be the case. And that definitely isn't the case. I have not saved up for a house deposit, especially if I want to live anywhere near London. Yeah, I've made a little bit of savings. Definitely not enough for London deposit. We will continue to do that. I feel like that was just very ambitious. I think I was saying that in case I never ended up moving here. I also hope that you've become more confident in yourself. You deserve to be more confident and proud in yourself. It's something that I really want to work on this year. So I hope that by the end of this year, you're proud of speaking about what you've achieved and you're not shying away when your family asks you questions or friends or people from offline industry are asking you questions about your job. I hope you're confident and proud with how far you've come because you've been working so hard on this as a hobby since you were literally 14. So I hope that you just become confident in what you're doing and what you're saying to people. I find it really like difficult to like receive like and take on compliments and like be proud of myself and not see that as like a negative feeling or emotional or anything like that. So yeah, I associate with pride as being like a negative thing, which I know it can be to some extent, but I think being proud of yourself is good. I feel like it is a positive attribute, like being able to appreciate yourself and loving yourself in that way and respecting like who you are and what you do and, you know, reflecting on that. Being more proud of myself, probably not to the extent that I want to be, but I feel like I'm better at feeding myself with good positive emotions and positive thoughts most of the time. I also hope that you've found some sort of coping mechanisms to deal with online hate and trolling and forums and all that, because right now it's at like a massive peak. Everyone is trying to cancel each other online and it's really been scaring me about posting and stuff, and I really hope you found a way to get rid of that fear and deal and cope with stuff a lot better than you are now. Basically, I just want you to have like a really nice balance where you can switch off social media if you need to do it for your mental health, and that you can continue posting, not giving a shit what other people think, especially if it's not constructive and it's just from random trolls and fake accounts online. Oh, one of my other goals was to deal with hate better. This year I've been better at that, for sure. I think in 2020 I was very bad at dealing with hate. Like, it would really get me down, it would stop me from posting, it would make me uncomfortable to share parts of my life that I thought I was comfortable sharing with before. But now I don't really care as much. I'm trying to get better at just blocking, deleting, you know, laughing things off when people are horrible to me. It is quite difficult to do that if you're already in a negative headspace from other stuff like in your personal life and things, which I've definitely had, but I think I've become better. And again, something that I want to carry on into 2022 is not giving a fuck about random people being horrible to me, you know. There was a quote that I saw actually the other day. It's from someone I really love on Instagram and I can't remember who put it, but someone put like, if you think of the person who inspires you, they're not spending their time sending hate to people. You know, it's just like a massive reflection. I know it's like that phrase is thrown around a lot, like it's a massive reflection on the person who's saying it, but it really, really is. Like, I am a horrible person when I am going through a horrible time, and I will talk about that in another upcoming video that I've got coming up in January, talking about grief and the anger side of grief and how it makes you like angry at people for no reason, and it's all sparked because of either anger, jealousy, grief, things like that can make people be a horrible person. And I know that happens to me as well, so I just have to remember that this person is clearly going through a dark time to be commenting and speaking like that. Interestingly, I put say yes to more opportunities outside of YouTube and Instagram, so more stuff that isn't like brand deal focused specifically. And I did mention my Amazon panel that I did last year, so this is more of like a work goal, and I think I achieved it because I managed to work at bringing out my own journal with HP, which has been such a massive highlight from 2021. I also did my Nivea panel, so I went on the Nivea YouTube channel and hosted a series for them called Living in My Skin. I interviewed Olivia Bowen, Charlotte Patron, and Amina and Natanya Hines. So if you haven't seen that series, I'll link it down below in case anyone's interested. But yeah, I managed to do some other little opportunities outside of my own personal YouTube and Instagram, which has been really fun because I've learnt new skills, gained confidence, and more calmer and less anxious in those sort of scenarios where it's not just me sitting in front of my camera. So yeah, I'm really happy that I have said yes to things like that rather than cowering away and not pushing myself out of my comfort zone, which is something that I definitely want to continue in 2022. Invest in my mental health was something from my 2021 goals, and yeah, so I talked about like therapy and counselling. I never ended up doing this. I feel like I've been on like a really interesting journey with myself in my own head, and I feel like maybe that is something I want to start investing in 2022, and maybe have like proper therapy or go see a counsellor again. Just, I think it's something important to invest in if you feel like you need it. I don't know why I spend money on like shitty junk food when my mental health is something that I could be putting my money towards more, you know. Me journaling and learning more about myself that way, I feel has still helped me get through 2021 in a better mindset. I also put about meeting more people and meeting new people, which has definitely happened since I've come to London with restrictions being lifted like quite massively this year. I felt like I met so many new people, like so many new faces, friends from different walks of life, different industries. It's been absolutely amazing being here in London, and yeah, it's just given me endless opportunities, and most importantly allowed me to meet an array of new faces, people. And then my final thing was just to be healthy and happy, and I feel like healthy, maybe not so much physical, mental health, but that's what I'm going to be working on in 2022, which I'm going to talk about in a second. And happy, I'd say for the most part of 2021 I was happy. I've been living in this flat with Carrie, and we've had literally the best year ever. It's just been due to, you know, life things. I've had family death, which I've spoken about on Instagram, which you may or may not have seen. So yeah, I will be talking about that properly and more deeply in future videos, because I think talking about grief is something that can be really helpful for a lot of people out there. But yeah, that's obviously very sad, and I haven't obviously been happy at those moments, but I feel like those moments are inevitable at some point in anyone's year. So, you know, I've been happy for most of the year, and I am very grateful for that. I hope that the world goes back to normal a little bit more, and that we aren't fighting every single day with our mental health. I'm just hoping for a better end to the year than we're starting with, and I hope you've achieved everything you dream of and are dreaming about. Here's to an amazing 2021. I hope it's better than 2020, and I know you will have smashed it. Can't wait to listen to this at the end of the year. I know I'll be probably cringing throughout the whole thing. Maybe I'll film a YouTube video about it, who knows. Here's to 2022. Feels so weird saying that now because we've literally just entered 21, but yeah, here's to 2022. Oh god, you're going to be 23, you're going to be old. Okay, bye. On to 2022. Let's go through my goals. I've got a lot of random stuff in here. I feel like I've definitely like overcrowded myself maybe a little bit with the amount of stuff I've put on here, but if it's going to inspire some of you to pop some of these goals on your list or something that you want to work towards, remember it's always baby steps. Don't feel like you have to do fucking an hour workout every day, because I feel like that's so overwhelming and it stops you from doing it. And I was reading this article about how the brain actually shuts down and is like sees it as a danger when you're like trying to tell it to do so many new things all at once. So yeah, baby steps is so important when you're like implementing new routines or goals and resolutions into your life. Starting off with like personal 2022 goals. Find a new apartment, flat, place for me and Aiden to live in London. I'm very excited. It'll be interesting entering a new chapter with Aiden, like actually living together, because we've been together for so long. Like it will literally be 9 years in July, but we've grown up together, so we've obviously been living in our family homes. We went to university, so lived alone, like in different scenarios for another 4 years. So yeah, it'll be weird actually living together. I'm excited about that, and hopefully we find the perfect place to move into next month. I've also got saved money for a future house or apartment, so I have no idea where I want to live in the future at all, but just to have a little bit more savings would be nice if possible. I mean, it is kind of hard fucking living in London to actually save any money. Whilst I'm young and, you know, I love being here, it's given me so many opportunities, it can help my career, I will stay here and rent for a while. I know obviously different people think renting's stupid, which is fair, like everyone has their opinion. Like I also get that side of things, but for me, I don't give a fuck. Like, I feel like I'm young. I want to be here right now. Like, I love having my own personal space. Going to uni and having that independence and stuff, I sort of wanted to continue that as soon as I could. So yeah, if I can save, I will save. If I can't, it's not the end of the world. Do more charity work. Like I said, I really want to do more charity work, specifically this year for Age UK. I might do like another marathon walk around London that me and Carrie did. We just did that for fun for a YouTube video last year, but it would be nice to actually do it in aid of like an amazing charity like Age UK. I'm not going to go too much into it because I know I will start crying, but them nurses that worked with and helped my granddad and my nan through December were just absolutely incredible. As soon as my granddad came out of hospital, he needed critical care, and they were in there every day and they kept my nan going. Yeah, they were literal actual angels. Like, I always knew that these people were fucking amazing, that looked after people who were terminally ill and stuff like that. Like, obviously you know them people are amazing, but seeing it like firsthand and how like it helped even like my family members who weren't ill but had to obviously see my granddad deteriorate, like, they were just fucking amazing. So yeah, I want to do some charity work for them this year for sure, and also continue to do what I was doing before in terms of like donating clothes and food. Make more sustainable choices is up there in my personal goals. Again, I don't think you can throw yourself fully into this because businesses and companies are at the forefront of this issue. It obviously, as a consumer, you can help to make those sustainable changes too. So yeah, that's something I want to work towards. I'm not going to put a specific like you have to be this sustainable in this way or whatever. I do want to make those choices. And I've improved my confidence by saying yes. It's so weird for me. Every year I either say yes too much or say no too much, and it goes like either way. So I want to maybe find that perfect balance, or almost perfect balance, because there's nothing that's perfect, you know. This year I want to say yes to things that are out of my comfort zone, things that are going to make me scared, because I think those are the things that end up bringing you amazing life experiences and help you level up as a person. And when you're doing things that are out of your comfort zone, otherwise you're going to literally never grow and develop. So I want to say yes to those sort of things more, that instantly make me freak out or get anxious. And yeah, maybe say no to things that aren't going to actually benefit me that much. So yeah, that's what I want to find, that perfect balance of saying yes and no to the right and wrong things. Moving on to mental and physical health, I've got use my time more wisely, read instead of scroll, journal instead of TV. So I got into a really good habit, obviously when my journal released, of journaling every day, making sure I set 10 minutes aside to journal, write things down. I want to try and continue that. That definitely slipped off towards the end of the year. I feel like that's, you just get all caught up in life and you get out of routine. So I want to make sure I'm journaling more, maybe meditating before I go to sleep, reading before I go to sleep, more mindful, calm activities rather than just scrolling, because it's not good for my eyes and it's not good for my mental health. Also just care less and be more free. I don't really know what I mean by that. I think with me constantly having to justify myself like I did at the beginning of this video, yeah, maybe just be more carefree and realise that I'm living my life for me, and everyone's going to have different opinions. Not everyone's going to like each other or what another person does in comparison to them. So I just need to let go, be more free, set boundaries, stop giving my power away to other people who don't respect that. Yeah, I don't want to give that power and energy to other people. Work on my fitness and health levels, be healthier, go back to the gym. I have definitely stopped doing as much physical activity as I did before since working full-time from my laptop essentially. So yeah, it'll be nice to like go out for more walks, be out in the open more, make sure I have that outdoor time every single day. I feel like you need fresh air every day. I need to make sure I'm walking more, which again I was doing way more in lockdown and towards the beginning of last year, and also doing home workouts and things like that. I really want to get back into the gym, so hopefully when I find my new place I'll be able to go back to the gym, because that really helped me like stay focused at uni. Like when I felt like physically healthier, I just felt like I could do more. It was making me be more productive in the day, and it was just really good for my mental health more than anything. So yeah, I definitely want to get back into the gym. Yeah, reduce my screen time, which I was just talking about, especially before bed. I want to drink less alcohol and drink more water. I think that's just like a massive thing. I feel like I sometimes drink alcohol for the sake of it, or just to fit in, or to when I'm socialising and things, when actually I could just drink a mocktail, you know. Just drink a Coke or some water. And then my final one was to cook more meals, experiment with new food. I think that excitement might come more when again I move. You know, when you like move and you start being in a new place, you get more excited about like cooking and using the new like kitchen space and stuff. So I probably won't share my work goals really because they're just more personal to me. Maybe the only one that I do want to share is that I really want to up my YouTube game, guys. Honestly, I want to start going out in public and chatting to people. My favourite things to watch are people who create content that no one's seen before, and I know I won't be able to do that because I don't have the fucking budget to do these crazy shit that like big YouTubers do, but I want to do stuff again that's out of my comfort zone. Like I want to be out in public, I want to ask the public questions, I want to like do just like mad things in London, and just maybe like more fun travel challenges and things like that. I love like Nico's content, but I won't be able to do that at the moment with the budget I have. Yeah, I really am trying to make an action plan for my YouTube, and I want to be like uploading twice a week, uploading more like fun, cool, interesting videos that people are gonna love and enjoy. And then I've put like a little like memories bucket list section for my goals, and that I just want to go on a spa trip with my friends. I feel like that'll be just like a nice relaxing thing to do this year. I also want to have more picnics because that was probably one of my highlights of 2021 was like the picnic era, where we were just like going to Hyde Park all the time, just taking loads of like snacks and just sitting and eating and drinking and having a good time, good vibes in the sun. I also want to go on holiday with my friends this year. I don't know whether that's going to happen or not, depending on COVID and what happens with that, but I would love to go on holiday with everyone, like to a nice sunny country, and we're all like fucking jumping off boats and shit. Like that would be my dream. And then also, as always, visit 3 new places, whether that's in the UK or abroad. Goals, intentions for the year. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it's inspired you to maybe add some new things to your routine. I'm excited for what's to come this year. Let me know if there's anything you want to see from me. I hope you're all having an amazing start to the year, and I'll see you in my next video.